This is the mighty mouse MM8K. It weighs just 20 grams, making it lighter than a AA battery. But does that make it too light to actually work well? At first, I was a bit skeptical. How would it feel? Would it feel uncontrollable? Would my aim feel inconsistent? But then I took it in game.
Don't that far.
And honestly, I was shocked at how good it actually felt to use. But before we go any further, what is this mouse? The MM8K is basically a 3D printed shell for the OP18K's PCB. So the same legendary sensor and internals, but crammed into a 20-gram fingertip optimized shell. The shape, narrow and almost identical to the OP18K in terms of front width. This forces a strict, less forgiving fingertip grip, suited to users with smaller hands. So no palm or claw grip around here. With my 18x9cm hands, it took a week or two to adjust, and initially some cramping was felt. But once I did adjust, it felt good. But be aware, my hands do fatigue much faster using this shape than anything else, so I wouldn't recommend keeping it around for general browsing, just strictly gaming. If you like shifting around and changing your grip often, I will look elsewhere, but for pure fingertip grip, it probably doesn't get that much better. 20 grams, that is so light. You have to experience it firsthand to see the difference between this and a mouse size around 60 grams. In game, it's like aiming with just your fingertips, near zero inertia, pure speed and fun. You don't move the mouse moves with you. Once you go this light, it genuinely feels hard to go back to anything heavier. Now, the reality check. It's 3D printed, so don't be death gripping it. And one issue I ran into, and I've also seen others have this, is that the M1 and M2 can pop out, thanks to the dovetail joint design. I personally super glued mine, and that solved the problem, but now it's permanently modded, and there's no going back. So think about that before making a purchase. Another thing to mention when initially building the mouse, the screw holes might need a bit more force than usually necessary. The click feel. They feel near perfect, zero pre and post travel. Tension so crisp it embarrasses mice twice the price. And this is all thanks to the double-edged sword of a design. They let the buttons sit flush against the switches, giving you that zero travel feel, but also means they can pop out if you're too rough. Still, for the pure performance and click feel, worth it. Just make sure to glue them or pray that your copy has better tolerance than mine. The scroll wheel. Standard OP18K encoder, tactile, does what it needs to do. One of the better mice scroll wheels out there if you ask me. The biggest issue is that the mouse doesn't have side buttons. Personally, for me, as I only use them when browsing, it isn't an issue, but this can be something that deters other people. X-Raypad J dots come with the shell. Buttery skates out of the box, nothing anyone sane would complain about. They're one of the best skates money can buy. As for coating, none. Just raw, slippery 3D printed plastic. The included cicada wing grip tape isn't optional, it's mandatory, and helps out a lot. Now the cable. At 20 grams, you'll feel it more than usual, but here's the thing, it bothered me way less than I expected. The weight savings absolutely justify it, and all things said, it's still a decent stock cable. However, if that is an issue for you, you can pick up the LGG cable, which is much thinner and less intrusive. Unfortunately for me, shipping price to the UK is less than ideal. Performance, identical to the OP18K. Same flawless sensor, same AK polling rate, just 30 grams lighter. If you want no compromises performance with zero additional weight, this is the closest thing to that. Costing $49.99 on the LGG store. The MM8K isn't cheap for us, essentially a 3D printed shell. But here's the thing, it comes with X-Raypad J dots and cicada wing grip tape, so you're not just paying for plastic. The MM8K is a super niche product. If you're looking for a full package ultralight mouse, this isn't it. But if you already own the OP18K and want to transform it into a 20-gram fingertip beast, it's one of the few options that delivers. The MM8K isn't for everyone. It's fragile, niche, and demands a fingertip grip. But if you're chasing the absolute lightest mouse without sacrificing performance, it's unreal. Just maybe don't throw it.